Hi and welcome back to another episode of Twiva Talks. My name is Mugure Gaduru. Here we're all about inspiring you. We give you different journeys of different careers just to get you kick-started and not to lose some hope. So today we have a techie. Those guys when you wanakaa tu kwa laptop tu hawatoki. I don't even know what time they interact. But I'll let him introduce himself. Drum rolls.
Hello everyone, my name is David Kasilia. I am the full stack developer at Twiva.
Umesikia? Anyways, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Cha tuanze na ka warm up kidogo. Kuuliza just some random questions. So since you're a tech guy, what app can't you do without? What is that one app you can't do without?
VS Code.
Hata sielewi hiyo ni nini guys.
So technically ndio ile app tunatumianga kutengeneza code. That's the only app I can't stay without.
Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria ma apps kina WhatsApp nini.
Hizo naweza kabila juu. Naweza mweka ujenge hapo.
Hey. Sawa. What's your go-to music?
R&Bs, hip hop and Afrobeats. Kitu sisikizangi sana ni bongo.
Ni bongo. Hey, hater. So what's that song sai unaisikiza on repeat?
On repeat. Probably Finn by Travis Scott.
But tuangushe ka lineup. We'll not judge the voice. It's the words we want to listen.
Technically, it's not ni Finn. Yeah, technically, I like the way it kona hiyo beat. Sababu inakupeanga kale ka motivation plan.
Yeah. Okay. Your signature dance move.
Muko na mguu mbili za left. So yajipata nikidance.
So when wale wa mikono tu hivi tu. Ama kichwa.
Possibly kichwa iko better.
Sawa. If AI was to take over tomorrow, what useless human skill would you brag about?
Useless human skill. Well, from experience, which I answer from that end, with experience, no human skill would like 100% be taken away by AI.
Yeah.
Because AI still needs us for it to work as it's supposed to work. Because AI is still learning. Right now, you can say AI is like, you're class 5. They still needed your parents there. They help you so that you can know what you're doing. So right now, AI is in, let's say, in its nascent stages.
Yeah.
As it's growing, maybe let's say 5 years come. The useless skill I can say is maybe writing. Technical writing, yeah. So if you're doing anything in writing and maybe like creating some things in written, mostly AI will take over on that because AI is becoming better and better day by day. I like what DeepSeek are doing in terms of creating reasoning models.
Yeah.
So think of it, right now it's just reasoning and it can provide for you like a whole created story. Same thing with Claude. They just launched Claude for Sonnet. So imagine hizo venye zinaweza fanya sahi. So if you're technically into writing, find a way to make AI your best friend.
Do you think it will eventually take over most human jobs?
No, AI will not take your job. That's the first thing you're supposed to know. AI will come and take a skill that you might not know. But if you learn how to use AI, you'll be able to work with AI and still retain your job. Let's take an example right now as you've had something called vibe coding. I don't know if it's
just
nika kitu kako kwa tech industry side, it's called vibe coding. Watu wengi watakushtua in a notion that AI might also change like the developers who are like right now who are creating the applications. But if you use AI as your copilot, as kama tuseme rango ule mtu anakusaidianga, productivity yako itakuwa too better. You'll be doing your work better. But in terms of completely replacing the jobs, no, AI, it will not have that.
But it reduce some. Because then like a job that's being done by 5 people, one person can
do it if they know AI. So trick is learn how to use AI, then use AI to better your productivity and your skill.
Okay.
Let's use this example like unakumbuka calculator. Tukiwa watoto in primary, kupatikana calculator
kwa shida.
Ungechapwa vibaya sana. But when you came into high school, walikuwa analog table na calculator. They didn't replace the maths teacher.
Oh, true.
What they did was it helped the maths teacher teach us better. Ile calculator ilikuwa inakusaidia say example tuseme ukiwa labda tuseme paper 2 hiyo najua ilikuwa ngumu ilikuwa tukalia. So it only helped me kufanya hesabu yangu haraka. Na bado ukiwa na hiyo calculator ulikuwa unachora bado unaanguka vibaya sana. But same thing, AI is there, it has been there. Actually sio kitu imekuja sasa. AI has been there, it's growing, and the more it's growing, you just have to learn how to use it to better your productivity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's get to know David. Who is David?
David.
Yeah.
David, professionally, David is an entrepreneur, tech entrepreneur. Yeah.
But personally, on a
personal,
yeah.
Possibly someone who likes just to chill, spend maneno mingi.
Okay, describe yourself in 3 words.
In 3 words?
Yeah.
It just reminded me a favorite line in a movie, but
yeah.
I'll try and find other words to use.
Yeah.
3 words. Because I'm looking for the perfect words to fit each and every part, but one is curious, and another one is adventurous, another one is kind.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you do for fun? Like during the times you're chilling, na si saa zile kwa laptop please, atuongei maneno.
Ushanigonga nje.
Kabisa. What do you do to relax?
One is gaming. I do game. Favorite game is Mortal Kombat. Waiting for GTA 6 also to come out. And apart from anything that deals with tech is drawing graffiti. Yeah, maybe doing art.
Yeah.
Apart from that, just sitting and thinking.
Yeah, watu wa tech mnakuanga predictable.
Kuna
kitu umesema ya outdoors, swimming, basketball.
Okay. Kutoka, I think from high school, never had a passion in sports that much. But outside activities, I do like cycling. That's one.
Oh.
Yeah. Cycling and hiking. Those are the 2 things that I do outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about your journey in life. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Okay. Naweza sema nimebadilisha career.
Ulianzia ile ya kwanza kabisa.
Ile ya kwanza sio
ukikuwa mdogo, ile ya kuulizwa unataka kwa nini ukigrow up.
Okay, funny thing is mimi nilitaka kuwa engineer. I never knew specifically
what it was. Yeah.
Nilipenda sana engineering. And from also when in primary school, mostly I'd find myself doing things more related to science-ish things. I was in love with science and probably say overthinking the small situations. Then I used to question like what next or what will happen if I do this. Those are like the things I used to do. It reached a point, a science teacher back in primary, he was like, hey, oh, no, overthink Sam. Haiwezi fika hapo. But then I asked him, yeah, what if it does?
Yeah.
Then he's like, stop overthinking about that. So engineering was one. When I joined high school, changed it again. Wanted to do like graffiti art, kuchora kwa manyanga and stuff, like customize also, little bit of interior design. But then career-wise changed after I met now my mentor. He actually taught me to now be in love with tech. But tech, I used to do it as a hobby, not like my full-time 100% job. For full-time 100%, I would really be connected to something to do with art or maybe an outdoor activity. But it changed on around 2019 ending. That's when I was like, okay, what can I do with tech? So started my first coding with Grasshopper. So that was the first time, let's say. But early 2019, I built my first system. It was kind of a student selection kind of thing, whereby you can elect students on natumia tu Microsoft Access. So by that time, I was like, yeah, this is an interesting thing to do, but I never put much focus on tech. But once I studied my first time and built my first website, I was like, oh, so hivi vitu tunaona kwa browser, kwa Google Chrome, so I can build them for myself. So that's when I started my journey into now software development, then now I'm a software engineer. Yeah.
Did you say you love what you do, or are you doing it because you had to grow up? Are you in love with what you're doing?
Actually, I'm more than in love with it. It became like part and parcel of my life.
Yeah.
So I know people normally see like techies as robots kind of thing.
Yeah.
But one thing I really, really loved about the whole journey in my studying was that once tech is just the beginning. Tech is the first step. Learn how to use tech, then it will just escalate step by step and show you the things that you can do after that. Because if I would start to explain like the things that I learned before like becoming a software engineer, it's vast. But bit by bit, I fell in love with the next thing I was doing. The previous thing, yes, it was interesting, but I fell in love with the next thing that I was doing. Then I never got enough. Till date, I still don't get enough of like whatever is going on. I'm like, yes, I heard about this, so how can I learn about it?
And you're a curious person.
Yeah.
So given the chance to start a business on the side for graffiti right now, would you still do it?
100%. Yeah, because art is something that will always be within me, because I started doing graffiti back in Form 1. Actually, a friend of mine taught me how to. When I was a kid, I was doing like fancy Ben 10 drawings, like that. That was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I joined high school, so it was like we started doing like graffiti as friends. So good friend of mine, Steve-O, came. Yeah, so this guy is like sitting with a pen. Hey, he's doing like crazy things in graffiti. So I was like, hey man, you have to teach me this.
Yeah.
And I liked the way he was. He showed me how to do graffiti. So I was like, oh, so that's the beginning.
Yeah.
But then I was like, may I get resources online? So that's when I started like seeing what other people are doing in terms of graffiti. Went from paper. Then the first day I stepped onto a wall was with actually my friend. Actually, he's doing like graffiti till date, Shakim. So he showed me how to do it with paint. So started with paper, then paint. So when I saw how Shakim was doing it, I was now connected to like, oh, nice. So this is how it works with paint. So I started doing it by myself with paint. Then after with paint, bit by bit, I started now spray paint.
Yeah.
So by the time I finished, let's say a year, nilikuwa najua kuchora kwa paper, from paper to paint to spray paint, then all the way nikapenda graffiti. Na sahi nikapewa chance, maybe like
nini inakustop?
technical kishaanza technical.
Free time, ndio nakwambia free time watu wateka mwezi shinda tu kwa laptop.
Hiyo free time ndio utaenda kwa YouTube uangalie what's trending,
advance other things.
So once like tech journey yako ikianza, it like taps into another spot inside of you, no? Like ina accelerate kind of what you do. Utapata kuna side moja you umia, because when you're doing tech kuna part moja itaumia, of which kama tuseme ulikuwa umependa sana kufanya graffiti ama ulikuwa unapenda another hobby, tech will take most of your time. Yeah.
Okay, as long as you're in love with it.
Tech ni tamu.
So would you say upbringing matters? Like if you have support from your parents, like tuseme venye how some people unambua, like for me I wanted to be an air hostess, nikaambua hiyo ni kuambochwa kwa ndege, so I can't do that. Or like a cousin of mine wanted to be a cook, akaambua amepata, how do you get an A, clean A, alafu unataka kuwa cook?
I think I've also experienced that. When I first told my dad about software development, he was like, are you really sure this is going to bring food to your table? So upbringing, for the parents, they are more concerned about, are you really going to be able to take care of yourselves, possibly take care of your family, and also take care of other people around you. For me, support I got from highly because my mom never knew what I was doing, but she was there regardless. I remember explaining to her, support. Explaining to her like the basics of programming, Git add, Git push, Git commit. So I liked the way she was doing it. So you ask her, what is he doing? Literally she said the same unasema. Mimi namuonanga kwa computer siku mzima, ama ndampata na laptop siku mzima, na mimi sijui nini anafanya. But genuine support, regardless, for them they have like the notion of it's either uko daktari, say the engineer, ama ufanye on a big high-end office so that you can like make big bucks. But I also like what CBC is kind of doing. It's like shifting the mind of the kids to actually tap into their own talent and fall in love with what they're going to do. Because on my journey as I was studying, it's not easy to study programming. That's actually the first thing you're supposed to know. Studying programming is not easy. It's actually the first part.
Sounds very hard. Mimi sidhani hata naweza elewa kitu.
Ile ni ngumu. Programming kusoma because it's hard. Once you start and let's say you're not like fully focused on it or you don't have like the 100% support you need, studying will be harder. It's already hard to study it. If you don't get like the support, it becomes harder. So for me, I got support from everyone in my family. My sisters were there, my mother was there. They made sure like, yes, you're studying. We don't know what you're studying, but let's wait and see what you're doing. For them, tech is also delayed gratification. It took me 5 years just to get the skills that would like even like be able to showcase what are you doing. Because for you to do like specifically show someone in tech, you've built something from end to end. You can't do it like in a year or two. Even if AI right now it's there, someone will tell you there. This is mainly some programming time akukuwa na ulikuwa mimi.
So ilikuwa ni wewe tu.
Wewe na Stack Overflow. Sasa Stack Overflow ndo dictionary ya Biblia yetu ka developers. So you'll spend hours and hours and hours trying to see what did this guy do so that I can do the same way. So by that time, remember you're like, enye imenilemea. But I remember my mom telling me, sijui nini unafanya, lakini unaona kwa hizo line zote zimejichora, kuna kitu moja umekosea. So rudi, soma yote, angalia utaipata. And then that will just make me, okay, wacha nianze line 1. Even if it was like more than 100 lines of code. Nilikuwa naipitia and I find, and then I find, by the I've seen it. So it's more about the support you give your children. It doesn't matter if you understand or you don't understand what you're doing. It's like, trust them, see what are they going to do with the skills that they have. For example, if you say like, right now I want to be like a graphic designer, your parent will be like, so where will you work at? You know, for them, the direct idea is utapata kazi wapi? Nani atakuandika? Iko na pesa ama haina pesa. So for them, it's like those basic stuff. But what I liked is they trusted me. They said like, okay, you want to do this? You go figure it out. Because for me, my dad wanted me to be a nurse. He told me, nursing is mzuri.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing. Then he was like, okay, you do it. He just told me you do it. So I started off with graphic design, but it wasn't my taste. But after I met my mentor, he just showed me the whole programming.
And that was it for you.
And that was it for me. So it's more about parent support rather than upbringing. Because you might find in your family, you might be the only one doing what you're doing. The rest, maybe someone is a doctor, someone is an engineer, maybe all of them are teachers. You're the only one who will find like, do what you love. Like currently the way things are, it's already hard. So find something that don't make it harder for yourself. So find something that you love to do. And even if you're doing it for the longest time ever, you'll be happy. And it might take time for it to like show the fruits. And I know parents are not that patient. They like instant gratification. Like umeanza kazi leo, mwezi imeisha uko na hii, hiyo ingine umefanya hii. But patience and continue pushing. The thing is, never miss showing up. They support you, yes, but never miss showing up. Continue giving them that.
And for those people, because kuna watu wengi sana, they lack that support. What would you tell them? Like ndio mzazi amekataa, hutaki kufanya hiyo.
For me, when I finished high school, explaining to my dad especially, like I have to do like I want to do tech, but when I told him the first thing I want to do graphic design, was like, so what you need to draw cartoons? So I was like, no, I have to do something that will make me happy. Regardless, I know it's hard. It's hard convincing your parent like, I want to do this. But the moment you start, you're also supposed to give them proof. It's it's both ends. Like the reason why they'll push you towards nursing or doing something like a doctor and engineer, it's like something like you're working in a big hospital. So they'll be like, yeah, my son or daughter is in that hospital. So it can be seen what you're doing. But with tech, it will take a long time before you even explain to someone, I did that.
But them if, understand,
yeah, they can't understand. They'll be like, oh yeah, so it's cool then, but they don't know how it works. This spans around a lot of industries, not just tech, also the creative industry. You may tell, for example, you're doing the graphic design, so they're like, okay, yeah. Another one, maybe when in Sani, maybe you're in the photography industry. It's hard for our parents to relate to that because their time has equal like something that might create you like a big bag. But just do one gig and take your time to explain to them.
Yeah.
So another thing that I know most people like, let's say possibly kama maliza shule unataka kufanya vitu mingi zile zinakubamba, but take your time also to speak with your parents. Because that's the immediate moment they will either side with you or actually pick something for you. It's two sides of the coin. Show them you have responsibility, they'll trust you. Show them you don't care, you're just like doing things on their own, they'll be like, huyu tumtafutie kitu atafanya. So first, take the step. Choose what you're going to do. Do research. There's research everywhere right now. Look at it. Where will it take you in the next 5 years? Don't pick a career today that in 5 years will mean nothing. Yeah. Like, for example, you have to do like deep research, not like nimepitia Google, nimeuliza ChatGPT nikamaliza. No, umetoka ChatGPT, ingia YouTube, ona nani mwingine amefanya hivyo. Right now it's different compared to how things were, let's say even 5 years ago. Let's not even go like 10. 5 years ago things are different right now. Right now you have YouTube. A lot of people are creating content on YouTube for you to learn from. There are a lot of resources online. Books, quotes, anything, just go through them. You go and read through everything, see what other people are saying about it. Then ukiwa nako ka research kote, pelekea mzazi lakini umueleze. Ukimuonyesha ataelewa. Mueleze, mwambie nataka kufanya hii kwa sababu nimeona hii na hii na hii in the next 5 years itakuwa hapa. Because technically hata kikupeleka university it's 4 or 5 years same span. If you do it and you tell them if I do it right, done. Then give yourself timing, because yes, unaweza sema unafanya hivyo and you take almost 5 years. 5 years from now things would have changed. So tell them, give me a year. In this year, let me try my level best to accomplish this. So nimejiwekea sprints. So let's say for example, I want to do like photography. I use photography. There's tools and resources about how can I edit a photo, how can I take a good photo, and how can I do this. So talk to your parents and tell them, Mom, maybe there's a family function coming soon. Tell them, kwa ile function tutakuwa na familia, itawapiga picha, and ita-edit, alafu ndo atengenezea ka video. Then they'll be like, oh, unaweza fanya hivyo? Unaweza. Then prove it to them. There's saying and proving. Ifanye vizuri. Ifanye na roho moja. Once done, tell them, unaona kama hivyo vile nimekufanyia, naweza itoa harusi kaa 4 kwa mwezi, nifanye hivyo na nipate pesa tu. Oh, then they'll be like, okay, that makes sense.
True.
But if you don't prove it to them, it will be just words.
Okay. What is one biggest life lesson you'd say you learned that hard way?
Never regret something that has happened. That's one. And success takes time. 2 things. Never regret what has happened. Just learn from it and move forward. And it's something that, like, if something is happening in your life right now, there's a reason to it. It's either preparing you for the future, or you're being taught something that you need to learn at that specific time. The other one will be success takes time. I know peer pressure na nini ziko kwa mtandao zikupatie pressure ya kusema nani yako maziwa anafanya ile. Everybody has their own time, because by the time, let's say where I was looking at most of my friends. Some of them were in like, someone is in UAE, another is in Dubai, another is in Qatar.
Bona vile wamemake it.
Make it. So your pressure inakuja, or maybe even in a workplace, nani amepromotiwa, mimi nimekaa. Then maybe you're seeing if it's your friend, be happy for them because you never know what's coming anyway.
Yeah.
It's success takes time. It's not built like overnight, like pop. It takes time. You have to be disciplined by yourself. There are a lot of things you'll have to do by yourself so that you can either be successful. And remember, it's through the same life lessons that you're being taught.
Yeah.
Life will teach you a lot of things, but I just use this word, ni utatumia akili one kama utajifunza
yeah.
ama utarudia tu pale pale in the same place. Because life will always teach regardless of how old you become.
Yeah.
We mkubwa 30 kuna kitu hiyo 30 utajifunza. And yes, kuna mwenye leo success yake itakuja leo ama kesho. Usiseme na yake imekaa maraka yangu itakuja lini.
Yeah.
For you, keep practicing, keep building.
Yeah.
Never miss a day. Just keep showing up. Leo, kesho, kesho kutwa. Your pressure is kumalize. Just take your time.
And now that you've mentioned success, what does success look like for you?
For me?
Yeah.
In a time, so for me, as I've mentioned, maybe like in a time frame kind of thing. More than just being a techie, I want to also be more of an entrepreneur because as you've mentioned, techie wengi, they are more into like 100% tech.
Yeah.
But I really liked what I have been taught in the past few months. I have another mentor of mine, really great help.
Yeah.
He taught me how to be an entrepreneur. And he showed me, bro, there's another side of tech. There is tech and then there's tech entrepreneurship. And once I learned that, I gave myself goals that I'll do the following things for me to be successful. So success for me isn't just about tech, it's also about life-wise. How am I going to better myself as David?
Yeah.
Because the David you know today is another different version of David that someone else will tell you about. So that's the success that I will define. It's not about money. Most of the people don't get it. Most of the
success, it's not just
money. Because money will be there. Money will always be there. We do need money 100%. Tunahitaji ndio by the But success is more than just the material things. Success is you growing as a person mentally, also emotionally, also your physical growth. How can people see how you've grown in the, let's say, in a time frame, and also in terms of your professionalism. Showcase that you've grown as David, not in one aspect, but let's say in each and every aspect of your life. You might grow financially, but kitabia unaenda chini.
True.
Yeah, but you can grow financially and also showcase that you're also growing mentally, emotionally, physically, and as a person. So that's the success I'd like to draw. Not just like money-based kind of thing, but success in terms of who is growing, or am I really growing and making myself a better person?
Okay. And where do you see David 5 years from now? Where would you like to be?
5 years from now? Mostly is scaling in terms of building one full stack business in terms of your industry, AI bado. I'd highly like to do something with AI and mostly be a successful tech entrepreneur, because we won't eat tech, yes, but tech will be part and parcel of our lives as we move on. So I'd like to create more of an impact in terms of tech. How can I make tech accessible to other people? Yes, I've seen the most people are like, kusoma programming ni ngumu, kusoma tech ni ngumu. Wengine wanaitaga IT, but tech is broad. If I would find a way and show people what I have learned and how they can also learn it and implement it in their lives, people will now less worry about losing their jobs and be more curious in terms of improving their skills in terms of tech. There's something that you can do in the tech world.
Yeah. And just to wrap up, what advice would you give to people out there, especially entrepreneurs that want to start? They don't know where to start. They don't know where, ama wamekwama, they started wakakwama, maybe lack of funds or something. What advice would you give them?
Entrepreneurship is a journey, but it starts with you as an entrepreneur. It's not easy to be an entrepreneur. It's hard. It's also at the same thing, it takes time. It's not like umeanza biashara leo kesho upata 400
pesa
mataka umeamka sema unatafuta hii pesa. No, it will take time. For an entrepreneur, understand what you do. There's a lot of businesses you can start right now, but first do research. Look at in the next 4 to 5 years, where is the world heading to?
Yeah.
So see, is it something to do with food, agriculture? Is it business? Is it e-commerce? Is it tech? So find your niche. And mtu asikuambie vingine. You'll meet with other entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I like what we were told in terms of entrepreneurship. You're the only one who knows what is going on.
Yeah.
You're the one who knows it. So
Yeah.
you have to make sure that you can explain it to other people.
Yeah.
For example, maybe you're selling clothes. Yes, there are a lot of people who sell clothes out here. But mbona ninunue nguo kwako? You know,
si kwa mtu mwingine.
Si kwa mtu mwingine. So the first question, if you're able to answer, is why should I buy or take a service from you? That's the breakthrough. If you can explain the value you're going to bring to someone else, continue pushing. Entrepreneurship si rahisi. Nafika mahali patana na watu wengine unapata. This is a competitive market. I didn't think of it like that. Will you shy off because it's a competitive market, or will you continue pushing forward? Remember, no one should tell you anything else. You're the correct person in an entrepreneurship world. You are correct. No one else knows what you're doing. You have to picture that. But it's your responsibility to explain to the other people, what am I doing and what value will I bring. And same thing, yes, you need money to run any kind of business, but also remember the soft skills, how you're handling your customers, how are you going to scale as an entrepreneur is really important. It's really, really important. You have to figure it out first. Then the money aspect will come in. So first, keep your books right, do your research. And also, don't look at here. Look at there. Yes, today business is small, but if it scales to a 10, 20x, 50x, $1 billion unicorn, what are you going to tell people? By that time, I like what Elon Musk also did. He's done like several tests to the SpaceX. But the day the spaceship went up and came back, that was the game changer. That one shot, you'll always get that one shot. Don't give up. You might give up today, and maybe tomorrow is the day you're getting you're getting that money. You might not know. Or you might give up today, and labda kesho ndo mtu anakuja kununua beli yako yote. Entrepreneurship is broad. Don't think about small companies. Mtu anauza nyanya bado ni entrepreneur. Hiyo siku kufungua nyanya zitauza zote. Amka ende uze. Usitupe uende loss. Same thing na mwenye anauza nguo, same thing na mtu anatafuta viatu, ameamka Gikomba, ameenda asubuhi. Usikose hiyo siku. Huwezi jua utapatana na nani. That's one thing I knew. As an entrepreneur network, hujui utapatana na nani, hujui hata kusaidia, hujui hata kufungulia barabara.
Kweli. And lastly, what would you tell the younger David?
I'm proud of you.
Nice.
David came from a long journey, and I'd tell him I'm really proud of him for keeping up and continue pushing every day, because he's not there yet, but I'd really like him to push and push and push, because I know there's something I want to see from him, because he's come far, and I want the farthest for him.
Nice. Hi guys, you've heard it. Very many wise words from David. Leo nimekuwa nikusikiza hata. But anyways, you've heard it from him. You've heard those wise words. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Entrepreneurship is not easy. Uki give up leo, tomorrow might be your day. So until next time, same place. Yeah.